come with me. We'll talk, but no places too far. Come with me. We'll talk, but no places too far to go. We can take you around the world. Catch this flight with me. We'll talk, but no places too far to go. New places, new faces, yeah, new zip codes. New money, NFTs and plus crypto. Don't need care cash no more. Digital currency on me. Overseas we back and forth. Round trips all aboard, baby. There's room at the top. We'll save a spot for you. Can't no one limit us, so you should come with me. We'll talk, but no places too far. Come with me. We'll talk, but no places too far to go. We can take you around the world. Catch this flight with me. We'll talk, but no places too far to go.
No, can't hear you, Tony. Tony, can you hear me?
I can't hear him. Can't hear you either.
Well, hello, everybody.
Hello, guys. Hey, good morning. This is Kevin Harris out of Atlanta, Georgia. We want to welcome everyone this morning. Hope everybody's having a tremendous Saturday. And man, I tell you, I just got back from the Windy City, and it was happening there. So let's see who we all have on here this morning. I know everybody is super, super excited about what's taking place. We're just coming off of conference. And man, when I tell you, we got a lot to discuss here today, but let's say good morning. Let's give some people some shout outs. What's going on? Rick Hightower, what's up? Chanda, how are you, my friend? I got your message the other day. That was very kind of you. What's going on? Lisa Horsley out of the ATL. Facebook user, I don't know who you are, but good morning to you as well. Shell Brown, good morning. Look, you all want to make sure that you tag your teams. Natasha Washington, what's going on? Tedra Gordon, good morning. Misha Green, good morning to each and every one of you. The White, that's what I'm talking about. Good morning. Vanessa Tompkins. Hey, Stephanie Burrell. Hey, how are you? All right, so listen, we're going to give everybody a few more moments to get on here. But look, you want to come on here with pen and paper. I advise you, if you are in the car right now, pull over, get some paper, because you do not want to miss what we're about to discuss here. Here, Tava World is brewing. You guys should be super excited about Tava Worldwide, because I am. Man, I tell you, we've been playing around with that, using it here all week long. So make sure, again, that you get pen and paper, but we're going to give it a few more moments. Jack, what's going on? Is that Hyper Jack, my friend? Hyper Jack, great seeing you up there in Chicago, my friend. Great seeing you. Bridget Jackson, how are you? Angie Bryce. Hey, CEO Panya Dotson. Panya Dotson. That's right. Travel is going to be amazing. But look, before I bring up this next gentleman, I want to tell you all, we had an opportunity to meet them a couple months ago, he and his beautiful wife, Marcia, Dr. James and Marcia Pruitt. And when I tell you they have been in the travel space for quite some time, they know all about the travel space. So when we were looking at the travel space, we say, you know what? We've never done travel, but we know that travel is a big deal. The world is starting to come back around and people are starting to travel. And I tell you, we couldn't have come out with a travel program at a better time. And we know we have the best travel program on the planet. That's right. I said it right here today. We have the very best because guess what? You all aren't travel agents. That's the beauty of this. And so I love everything that we're doing with this travel. But what I wanted to do, I wanted to, introduce you guys. If you were at conference, you're able to see this amazing couple. They graced the stage. They told their story about travel and why they think that this is going to be a big deal. No, how they know that this is going to be a big deal here at Tava. So, I bring to you none other than Dr. James Pruitt. What's going on, James Pruitt, sir? How are you?
Well, hello there. I am super excited to be here. I am still tingling from that incredible event that took place there in Houston. Yes, indeed. And I'm so honored to be here on this platform. I just fell in love with the ownership, with the executive team, but it really stole Marcia and I's heart. All the wonderful people that were there at the conference. It was just a wonderful experience. And I'm very honored to be here. I can't wait to share what I know and really to equip people with the information they need to take this business model, this particular segment that we have, and just take it to the next level, man. Create some incredible testimonies and make some difference in a lot of people's lives.
So tell us, James, how long have you and Marcia been a part of travel? How long have you all been in the travel space?
We engaged in the travel arena in 2003. So that puts us right about close to 20 years now.
Yeah, 19 to be exact, because I've been in the industry since 2018. So I think I can add one more year, right? What you think? So you've been in it 1 year longer than I have. So
okay. Very good. Very well.
You're old school. So all right. So but no, man, that's great. We're glad to have you all on board, James. And
thank you, sir.
Like I say, this is a different travel program, travel platform, and we're not knocking anybody's platform. But when we look at what we have here at Tava, with Tava Worldwide, it's a big deal. But James, when we first start putting this together, we talked about the travel cards and how amazing the travel cards are. So I got a couple questions for you today. Okay, is that okay?
Yes, please.
All right. So I want to talk about the travel cards. What the travel cards are used for. It's a marketing tool. It is a marketing tool designed to really open the door for people to get in and get our packages that we've put together. And these packages that we're going to talk about today are amazing. It's phenomenal. But talk to everybody about the travel card. And while you're talking about the travel card, just kind of give some tips on, what the people should be saying, because I tell you, I use one of the scripts that we were talking about the other day about, have you gotten your discount travel savings card? That's one script, and it just opens the door up. But I want you to touch on it with your expertise on, what those cards are designed to do. And, just give maybe, 2 scripts on what people should be saying out there.
Well, with your permission, Kevin, what I would like to do is I would like to back up just a little bit before we get to the cards and really explain the general premise of how we're able to offer such incredible savings, such incredible discounts. And once I think people understand that builds the excitement. And then once you really get a good grasp on that, to know the magnitude of the cards themselves makes all the difference. So I'd like to just touch on a couple of terms that I think people should really understand. And if you're taking notes like Kevin asked you to do, I'd like you to write a couple things down, okay? The first thing I'd like you to write down is something called rate parity. Rate parity terms. That's something you can Google later on. that will give you a good understanding. And I'm going to talk about exactly what that is. And then also a duopoly. Duopoly is something that you may be familiar with, like a monopoly. What that really means, Kevin, allow me just to segue into, if you don't mind. But there's a duopoly going on, meaning that there are two companies out there that own really all the retail outlets. And that those two companies are Expedia and Priceline. They've pretty much owned all the retail booking platforms that you see on television. I'm talking about Orbitz and Priceline, Hotels.com, Trivago. All of them are owned by those same two companies. And they have something called a rate parity, which means all of those companies and the hotels and resorts have agreed that the pricing structure will stay about the same. So even though you're shopping around in that arena, searching for the lowest price, they're all going to be within a certain amount of the same general area. You may save a little bit here, a little bit there, but it's going to be generally the same amount. See, we offer a private platform. This private platform does not have to participate in the rate parity, which gives our people the ability to have prices that don't participate in the retail markup, right? So every time you go to one of those highly advertised websites that you see on television, whenever you book on that, or anybody for that matter, they're taking that regular price, they're adding a pretty hefty commission, and then they're making that available at various prices in the retail arena. But what we're able to do is we're able to offer our people who participate with us, give them the ability to book it at the real price, buying down, if you will, the retail markup. And that gives them the ability to get those hotels and resorts all over the world. So, Kevin, when we talk about what type of hotels, are there all-inclusives? Can you do it outside the country? Of course you can, because all that part is the exact same. What's
Stop
not
right there.
Stop
right there. I know that's been one of the questions people were wanting to know. Can you do it outside of the country? I know that was some questions that were posed last night. He just said it. Absolutely. So if you're not on here, let me tell you, it's always the people who don't get on. So you cannot say that you all did not hear that it's outside of the country. So it is outside of the country. So again, I want to make sure, James, I had to stop you because it's a lot of information that you guys are, going back to look at this and sharing this information with your team, because this travel portion, it's a big deal for your business. Not just travel, it's a good deal for your business, because guess what? Everybody on here travels. Everybody on here travels. So go ahead, James.
Well, I'm glad you underscored that. Yes, you can use it outside the country. Yes, it's okay for all-inclusives. Yes, for the most part, yes to every single thing you're used to already. What's not the same is the price. That's the big deal, that you're able to get the same things you're used to, all the good part, but you're able to get it at a special price. Now that we covered that, you get the general idea. I want to make one more notation, Kevin, of what that price is and what the savings really represent. So let's just say that you came in at the $1,000 savings package, or the $3,300 savings package, or the granddaddy of them all.
Before you go there, James, before you go there, explain the pack, the price of the pack, the price of the $1,000 credit pack. I mean, I don't want to take it over, but go ahead and kind of step back a little bit, 100, 300, and 500, so they'll understand the packs that we'll have on this Monday. By the way, this Monday, guys, this Monday, I said it right here. Okay. So go ahead, James.
Yeah. So what Mr. Harris is referring to is the three different options that we offer you. Now, I'll keep in mind, these are staggering. We talk about them so much, people get used to hearing them, but what you get for what it costs is absolutely staggering. Here's what I mean. The $1,000 savings platforms allow you to save $1,000. It would normally be the commission markup from the retail arena, and you're able to get that $1,000 savings for only $100. That is fantastic. But because it's the initial enrollment package, you're able to get at the second level, which is a $300 cost, you're able to get $3,000 of savings plus $300 extra savings on top of that, for a total of $3,300 in savings. And then for the $500, which I believe is the best value, the $500 enrollment pack gets you $6,000 $300 in real savings. So I want you to think about this. Does it make sense to spend $500 to have $6,300 of real savings dollars in your purse and in your pocket, in your banking account? That's the deal here. So those three different levels that we have, that is the amount of savings that you're able to realize. But when I talk about the savings you're able to realize, that savings is literally the markup in the retail arena that you're able to benefit by not paying them, but putting that money in your pocket and getting the exact same product. That is absolutely fantastic. Now, Kevin asked me to talk a little bit about the marketing cards. But before we go into the marketing cards, I want to turn this back to you, Mr. Fleming. Did you have any particular questions that you'd like to ask me? We talked about the rate parity, why there's a retail markup going on that most people are unaware of. We call that the public price. Why there's a duopoly, meaning there's two companies that really own all the companies that you see. They're all owned by the same people. And then we offer people the ability to book the same thing at the same time in the same place, but to be able to buy down that retail markup and book it at the wholesale price. So I wanted to make sure that we covered that first, and I'm open to any and all questions that you may have. Welcome back, Mr. Fleming.
Okay, so you can hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
What I wanted to ask you in the beginning is to walk us through starting. For example, we have somebody that's already in the company. They're already a rep. They're already doing the business, and we have a new person. So as a representative in the company already, what would be the first move that they would do to get started? And as a brand new person, walk us through when it goes live, what do they do?
Okay, let me make sure I understand the question. So you're saying, how does one enroll?
As a new person, but also as a representative, and they want to do travel, what do they do first? If they're already a Tava rep.
If they're already a Tava rep, they're going to go to a particular website that they have, and they're going to be able to input their user ID. And now they're on their own platform, and they'll be able to purchase the different packages. That's how I understand it. The 100 pack for $1,000, the $300 pack for $3,000, plus the extra $300, 33 total, and then the 500 for the $6,300 savings package. That's how it'll all happen. And that's my understanding of how it happens really for a person that's brand new, not a Tava member. They're going to go to the Tava members a particular website, enter that member's ID number. And then from there, they're able to purchase whatever package that they want to. And then they get their own ID number at that point where they can go and book, and they can also promote to other people to get their own savings as well.
Okay, so now I got a brand new person. I'm talking to them about travel. They say, okay, I'm ready to go. What do I do then?
Well, you want to send them to your particular website that you have with your user ID. And from there, they're going to be able to see and select what it is they want as far as the packages are concerned. And they just choose whichever one they want. If they have the cards themselves, which I highly recommend, on the back of the card, it has what website to go to input that person that gave you the card's user ID. That takes them right to a website where they're able to select the package that they want. So if you're literally sitting with a person and you can say, hey, do you have one of these? And you're showing the card. Do you have one of these? And they say, no, what's that? You don't have one of these? Oh, you got to get yourself one of these. Oh my God, this is the secured savings card. This gives you anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 worth of discounts on hotels and resorts all over the world with no monthly fee. I highly suggest you get one of these, and you flip it over and hand it to them. Now they're looking at it on both sides. On the back side, it says, go here to this website, input the ID number, select which package you want, book and save. It's all right there on the card. Super easy to follow.
All right. So a couple of questions about the card. People say, well, why the card if you go into the website? Now, I know one of the answers that it's a tool. And my thought also is this, and tell me if I'm wrong or not, that have that card and have it in your wallet or whatever the little debit card holder that people carry. And because somebody could buy the 1,000 points or 1,000 credits and forget about it. And so when you're getting ready to travel or something and you happen to see that card, that reminds you that you have these points, because everybody is not traveling like that. So, you know, if somebody's traveling on a regular basis, they know that. But if you don't have that card, you might even forget that you have those points or those credits. That's one reason I would say. But what is your reason for having the card?
Well, you really talked about the best reasons in asking the question. But I wanna just say, many people that are watching this broadcast right now, we're seasoned people in the home base arena. We're seasoned networkers. We're used to talking to folks. We know the value of being a blessing to other people. But some people are just getting started in this industry, and they might find it a little bit challenging what to say, what not to say. I like to let a tool do the talking for me. So even if you're a person that is, you may not know exactly what to say, put the focus on the card. Say, hey, do you have one of these? This is off the chain. This is a new era in saving money and experiencing the world. And you hand this to somebody. To me, at that moment, what you're talking about is real. How is it real? Because they're looking at it, they're holding it, they're flipping it over. It's real when they're looking at it. Now, just like Mr. Fleming said, yes, indeed, you've got the card. It says exactly what to do on the back of the card. Step 1, go here. Step 2, go there. Step 3, enroll. Step 4, book and travel. It's all self-explanatory right there. And just as he mentioned, once a person does that, let's say you talk to somebody at Bible study, or talk to your neighbor going to the mailbox, or you talk to somebody at soccer practice, whatever it may be. And you mention this, they go right on the back of the card. They go right there. They purchase the one and then they may think, it's been a month or 6 weeks or maybe longer since I talked to them, but I think I bought something that gives me some kind of discount. And just like Mr. Fleming said, now you can go to your purse or your wallet and pull out that card. Oh, yeah, this is what it is. And now they're able to be reminded of the value that they have. So you really answered the question and asking the question, so to speak. But that's the value that I see of the card. And another thing about the card that I really like is the potential earning that it represents. So we all know you can go to TavisStore.com and scroll down and buy the cards. And the cards are a pack of 20 for $50. And that's only $2.50 each. But think about this, not the top package, not the bottom package, but the middle package. If say 20 people were to go there and just purchase the middle package, that's $2,000 in earnings. If 20 people went and bought the best value package, that's $4,000 in earnings for just a $50 purchase. To me, that makes a whole lot of sense when it comes to letting the card do the talking, Tony.
All right. So you meet me, we at the mall, you give me that card, we start talking, you tell me a little bit about it. Now, is your goal to get me to join right there on your phone, for me to grab my phone and go ahead on join? Or is it to interest me on that card? Do you let people walk away with that card without getting a phone number? Or you just say, go, it says on the back what to do, and do you get a phone number to follow up? Or is the goal is to get me started right then?
Well, to me, the card is not, well, I don't want to say this, but I'm going to talk about how I would use it.
Okay.
The card is not something I'm getting to just pass out like a flyer. Right. The card is something that I'm going to pique your interest. I'm going to build a rapport with you. I'm going to find out if you're open to this. And then I'm going to take something out and start talking about it. Depending on your response and how that goes, lets me know if I really will bless you with the card itself. But I'm going to make sure I follow up with you. It depends. If I think that I'm able to have you go someplace, your interest is strong enough, you want to buy it right now, then of course I'm going to go ahead and steer you to what's on the back of the card, get you enrolled and get you going and help you immediately to get your own cards, because it just worked. So I'm going to make sure you get set up so that'll work for you. But I don't want to come across pushy. If a person is very, very interested, give me a call tonight. I'm going to say, yeah, I'll be sure and do that. I'll get that number. But I'm not in the business of just passing out cards. The card has a real value, and I'm going to place that value on that card such that I'm going to try to get those that will allow me to enroll them right away to do so. Those that I want to make sure and follow up with to do so. But it's hard to just give a blanket answer that applies to everybody.
Okay. All right. So now, when you meet me and you talk about it, is it your goal to sell me the $500, $300, or $100, or is it doesn't matter to you? It's because some people say, well, I don't, travel a lot. Is the goal still to say, get this $500 because you get more credit points that way? How do you decide on that?
When it comes to savings, I just want people to eat. I don't care if you get the Big Mac, the quarter pounder, the fish sandwich, whichever one you think fits you and your family the best is fine with me. If they see a value in $1,000 worth of savings, it's pretty easy to understand how they'll see the value in $3,300 and $6,300 in savings if they see the value in $1,000 of savings. But whatever fits them the best, I'm going to try to put them in the package that fits them the best. I'm not going to try to steer them one way or the other. Now, keep in mind, I really believe the best value is the $6,300 value. So if they ask me, which one do you think is the best? Well, obviously, I'm going to steer them toward the one that I think is the best. But basically, if they say that I just want 1,000, then 1,000 it is. It's better that they eat. It's better that they benefit from the savings, enroll in the program than not enroll at all. That's my first goal. And then to steer them toward wherever I think dealing with their personal situation, I could advise them which is the best value. And we all know having the most dollars saved with the less money earned is always the best value.
Okay. So since this is a new program, I'm going to play a little devil's advocate with you because I got partners who always do that. As soon as I tell them about anything, but what about this and what about that and what about this? They always come back with something. So what about the difference in this? And because, first thing they said, well, man, I got hotels.com. I can go there. I got Expedia. I can go there. Why should I do this with you? I can just pull it right up.
Yeah, you can. And the general population out there does that. There's some people that pay more for the same thing, and there's some people that pay less for the exact same thing. So once again, hotels.com, Expedia, Priceline, Orbitz, Cheap Tickets, Trivago, all of those are retail outlets, and they're able to make a very hefty commission on hotels and resorts all over the world, enough that they're able to pay huge amounts of an advertising budget that allows you to see their advertisements on television. They're making big money from people booking there. Well, what if you could take the big money they're making out of that, offer those prices to our particular people, and they get the exact same thing at the exact same time without paying the retail markup? That's what we're offering. So what you see on hotels.com is what you'll see here. What you see on Expedia is what you see here. What you won't see is their retail markup over there. That equates to the savings dollars that we allow our people to secure in advance. It's there when you want it. It's there when you need it. And, let me just answer this question as well. Having savings right there when you need it makes a difference to me. And the one thing you heard me talk about at the wonderful event we just came from is we're not the only ones that offer this kind of savings. We're the only ones that offer this kind of savings without a very hefty monthly fee that you have to pay each month to get access to this kind of savings. Now keep in mind, what if you were paying $150 a month just to have access to the savings that you can get from our program? And let's say that 5 months later, you decide to book something. Well, that's 5 months that you've been paying $150 that you did not book anything. See, here, the savings is waiting for you when you're ready. That is, to me, what sets us apart from the crowd. Now can I give you an analogy?
Okay.
People have been taking taxi cabs for years, decades. Years. You need a ride, take a taxi. Then there was a company called Uber that had a little twist on being able to provide people with a way to get transportation from here to there. They are now all over the world, and they've changed the whole dynamic of the industry. It's still getting people from point A to point B, but it's when you need it right there, you don't have to. What it offers are convenience to people using. I'll give you another example. I talked about this on stage, cable television. People pay a subscription to get cable television every month, but they pay for a whole lot of channels they never watch.
Right.
Well, some people watch the same movies that we do, and they don't pay for cable. They just stream the movies that they want. They just have the value when they want it without paying the monthly fee. To me, that's what sets us apart.
Man, you
It's
hit
all chain, man.
hit a
It's
sore spot
incredible.
on that one, because I only watch 1 or 2 channels and paying out money a month, but my wife won't let me cut it off because she watches a lot. So like, this is crazy, but that's a great analogy. That is a great analogy there. So let me ask a couple questions. Go ahead.
I was going to say, here are some commonly asked questions that people ask. I mentioned this earlier. Can we travel out of the country? The answer is yes. Can we use other forms of discounts with this, like the miles on your credit card? The answer is yes. Can you use all-inclusive? The answer is yes. Those are just some of the, how long is the savings last? That's something I'd like to address. Now, putting this together, the savings never really expires, but you have to use something within an 18-month period. So here's what I mean. So let's just say that a person were to enroll in our program, secure their savings, right? Let's say that person's life was to expire. They're no longer here on the earth with us. They're not on the planet anymore. Well, the travel provider has to pay a fee to keep that platform going for them. So it's not fair to them to keep that going when that person is not even here anymore. So all they're asking is that you use it at least once every 18 months for something, but the actual savings does not expire.
So if you use it on the 17th month for something, now the clock starts again for another 18 months?
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct. And the savings doesn't expire. So what I'm saying is, if you just booked the Motel 6 for one night, someplace you were driving on a trip and you want to pull over and stop, and you stopped and spent the night and kept going. What you just said is true. Another 18 months would kick in, but that savings that you have there is still there.
Okay. I had a question that said, if we buy credits, can we book trips for other people using those credits?
Oh, let me make sure I take my time and answer this. The credits are dollars of savings. So when you hear Mr. Fleming say 300 points of credits, or somebody say 1,000 points in credits, that's $1,000 in your pocket that you actually save. That's first. The second thing is, once you have this platform, then you're able to use it. It's tied to a person's user ID. So we recommend very highly that people within that person's household can book on that particular platform and experience it. So the answer is, it's tied to a person's ID, not to a person per se, but it's highly recommended that you utilize that for the members in your household.
So if they book something, or I book something, and I'm using my credit card, but somebody else shows up at the location and they don't have my ID or credit card, they still good?
Well, that has more to do with TSA requirements and what it takes to purchase a ticket. I mean, you can purchase a ticket with somebody else's name and email and all those sorts of things. That has more to do with that than it does to do with our actual platform.
Okay. All right. Are we able to combine the savings credit with other discounts?
Yes. I mentioned that earlier. Like if you had miles on your credit card that you got, and you want those miles, additional miles and credits to be added, but you want to book on our platform? Yes, indeed. Absolutely, sir.
All right. Well, look, I appreciate it. We're going to have you also Monday night again when we go live on Monday night. well, I think we're going live earlier, but on Monday night we have I think it's 9 o'clock Eastern, 9 p.m. Eastern, that we're going to be on. Myself, Mr. Lloyd, I think the whole crew is going to be on Monday night, and we're just going to celebrate us, you know, opening our travel division, and we'll have you on there. Can you hear me again? All right.
I can hear you loud and clear. I'm just saying, man, I'm excited. I'm pumped.
Okay.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get down for my crown, put some paint where it ain't, put some respect on those checks. I'm ready, man.
All right, then. Well, we look forward to seeing you again on Monday night, and we'll talk soon. All right.
That sounds great. If I could be of assistance to anybody, please let me know. Thank you, sir.
All right. So now what we want to do is we have somebody else in the green room we want to bring up, and she's going to actually go over the compensation plan training. She's going to go in detail on that. There she is, Miss Nina Moore, the double diamond Nina Moore with the battery in her back, and she's always fired up. She's always, I think somebody winds her up like that. I'm going to pull your jacket and see if you human. You might not be human because you're always wired like somebody. Let her go. So,
hey, Tony, before you bring Nina up, but you know what, man, that was a lot of good information by James Pruitt, man. As you all can see, man, travel is huge for your company. It is very huge. It's a big deal, you know. But I want to say this before Nina does the comp plan. You know, if you know anything about the travel space or know anybody in the travel space, as he said, we're not travel agents. That's not what we desire when we were seeking this out. But here's what I will tell you. There are people in the travel space right now that have already taken their position here at Tava. And the reason why is because of this compensation plan. See, if you put this same comp plan into another travel company, their business will triple. How do I know that? Tony, we were looking at the numbers. I won't name another company, but, you know, speaking to someone the other day, and I won't even name them, talk about total amount of organization that this person had. But here's what I will tell you. That same organization will put about $75,000 a month in their pocket. They don't make anywhere close to that. So it's always good to know, you hear me saying it all the time, you have to know your compensation plan. You have to know what you have. So that's why we want to go over the comp plan here this morning. So if you all are watching out there, you're in another company, you're in another travel company, this compensation plan, we put it up against anybody, right, Mr. Fleming?
Yep. Anybody. And Nina, you have, you know, the time you need. What time is
it? 8:38. I mean, I'm sorry. 11:38, 12:38. What time is it?
At 12, but we're going to let you go to at least 12:30 if you need it, because we start the blitz at 1. So if you need to go over to make sure that people understand this, you know, if you need to, you might not. You know, you're good at what you're doing, so you might not. But if you need to go over, because, you know, I'm always like to cut it off at 12 and ask questions and all that. We're not going to do that today. We're just going to let you have the floor and you take it from there. And don't forget, guys, at 1 p.m., we're going to start our blitz opportunity presentations, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And so the floor is yours, Ms. Moore.
Mr. Fleming, right? The legend, the living legend. Listen, you know, Mr. Fleming, what Mr. Harris just said is 100% true. When we looked at the compensation plan and we kind of compared the volume that my team and I were doing in our other company, we would have earned over $2 million. I'm not stuck. Like I want to let that one kind of marinate like a good piece of beef. With the kind of volume we were doing and the effort that it took to get that volume, we would have earned over $2 million in 2 years. And so it is very, very, very important to understand why our compensation plan, and you know, all the companies be like, oh, my compensation plan is the best. Oh, yeah. It's the best. No, it is not. And we're about to walk right through it right now. So thank you so much for having me on. And I mean, I'm going to take my time and I'm going to walk right through it so people understand it. Thank you so much. All right, let's go. All right. So, hey, everybody. Hey. Right. I am crunk. I am lit. And I have had my bionic tonic and I had it right before this training. So I'm all the way live. And hello and thank you, Mr. Harris. Thank you, Mr. Fleming. Thank you, Mr. James Pruitt. You guys, I got my card, and I'm gonna give you guys a little hint too, a little tip. We went and purchased the the label maker. It's a handheld label maker. Walmart does not pay me to give you this tip, but Walmart has it for like $17.86 or something like that. And because I didn't want to look ghetto or, non-professional, and instead of writing it in with a marker, the little label maker right there will put your name and your ID number on your card so that you look professional. So all of you, just a tip. I mean, I'm not going to ever tell you what to do, but I'm always going to give you a suggestion that if it can make you look a lot more professional, to have the label maker, the little hand, you can get your kids to do it for you, right? And there's a tip. Okay. Now let's talk about the money. I'm certain that my presentation is going to come up to the screen, and we're going to talk about the money. Here's what you need. Please get your notebook. Please get a notebook. Our compensation plan, you guys, is designed to put money in your hands right away from the A portion of our compensation plan, the retail customer profits, first stream of income, and the second part of our comp plan, second phase of our comp plan, which I like to call referral bonus, fast start bonuses. Those two portions of our compensation plan are designed to put money in your pocket immediately. I need you to go on, write that down. Okay, write that down. Now I ain't pay Paige to do it. Paige live with me for free. So I ain't paying me and Paige live for free. I ain't paying no kids of mine that live rent free in my house to do no labels. But anyway, right? That was sidebar. But no. So the first portion of our compensation plan, like I said, is to put money in your pocket right away. Right away. The second portion of our compensation plan is to residually build income, passive residual income, so that you do not have to hustle forever. Make sense, y'all? Make sense? We walked away from the chair. Paul walked away from his job to not trade dollars for hours. Okay, so if we could go to our first slide, let's talk a little bit about the compensation plan. We're going to take our time, ask questions. Ask questions in the chat if you like. If we can go ahead and go to the next screen. I wish I had a clicker, because then I would just be with it. All right. What does Tava's compensation plan provide for us? Number one, an even playing field. What does that mean? That means that I don't knock degrees. I've got a PhD, right? A public high school diploma. And I have a degree in YouTube. I've gone to YouTube University. I'm a Googleologist, and those are the degrees that I have. But I am coachable. I am trainable. I have shelves full of books downstairs and upstairs that have helped me to learn. But we want you to understand that you don't have to have a degree. You don't have to be the smartest cookie in the, right? You don't have to be the highest card in the deck. You have to have an ability or a willingness to learn, grow, read, okay? Get on these trainings, because we're going to provide the tools for you, but we're not going to sit there with you now. Hey, now here's point A and here's point B. And did you do? No, our job is to provide the tools for you, but like a painter, how would you feel if a painter came to your house, right? TK, I saw you. She said, y'all better listen up today, right? If a painter came to your house and they had tools but didn't use them, how would you feel? As a matter of fact, how would you feel if a mechanic, you took your car to the mechanic shop to fix your car and he had no tools at all? So you're going to understand that you are a business operator. So this is even playing field for anybody. You can come from the pit or you can come from the palace. You can have a degree or you can not have a degree, right? Now, network marketing does these three things, and this is so important for you to understand. You got to understand this before we can get to the money. You got to understand this before we can get to the money. That network marketing does three things. Thank you so much. Dory Ray is back there. She handled it, y'all. Number one, network marketing builds character, exposes our flaws, compresses time. What does that mean? We are not here to dog you out because you got a flaw. Here's the deal. Just admit it. The moment that we can expose the flaw, we can help you find, okay, you know what? You're lazy. That is the problem. You know what? You procrastinate, but there's no condemnation in that, because my limp is not your limp, right? I got a different limp at this point. My other limps, Ebony, are healed, right? But just because I healed one limp doesn't mean that there's not another limp, right? So the thing is, oftentimes we cannot help you build the character because we're so busy pointing fingers at everybody else instead of looking in the mirror. The one thing that I heard all weekend long at conference was, I looked in the mirror. I looked in the mirror. I looked in the mirror. There's a lot of people that think that they're coachable and they're not. I'm not stuck, right? So once we expose our flaws, we can then build the character, which will then compress the time, meaning you could earn a whole lot of money quickly. Some of the flaws might be belief. Some of the flaws might be that you haven't unpacked your baggage, right? Baggage from other companies, baggage from other leaders, baggage from some of the problem is we in our feelings, right? And because people stay in their feelings, they can't earn any income because there are no feelings where the money is. All right, so let's go on to the next slide. There's no feelings where the money is, but we got to understand this. Now, once you are on board the ark, that's right, we have boarded the ark. I haven't joined anything because amateurs join, professionals launch. Woo! We should write that down. Amateurs join, professionals launch. Amateurs join, professionals launch. Okay, so you'll get information from your leaders like, hey, you've got to write the list. You've got to, and then you don't write the list. You don't launch. And I know our team, we launch every single night, Saturdays in Spanish, right? There's tools provided for you. You won't launch. And then a week later, you're like, you know what? This is just not working for me. And you know what? And I did write a list and, nobody wants to buy this. Well, you came in with some predisposed problems, right? That have nothing to do with Tava, but you got to understand that you have to take full responsibility now for your business. You are an independent. What is the word independent? Independent. You probably should look that word up. I'm big into what words mean, but you are an independent business owner, operator, independent business operator. Now we will provide those tools, TavaUniversity.com, allthingstava.com. Do you know that I always know when people you won't download the app, you won't go to Tava University because you believe that because you enroll with somebody that they now got to give you everything. When we're saying go to TavaUniversity.com because some of the questions that you may have, you won't have them if you go to TavaUniversity.com, if you go through the trainings. And we always know, and let me say this, I love y'all, I love y'all, right? But we can't want to work your business more than you want to work your business. So we're giving you saying, hey, you have to go to TavaUniversity.com. You have to write this list. You have to categorize this list. You have to launch. You have to watch this how to invite video so that you know how to invite to the calls. But if you're already saying, ain't nobody going to get on these calls, don't nobody want to buy these products, don't nobody want to do that, don't nobody want to you right? Then guess what? You're already dooming. Your business is already doomed. You will not have success. You've got to unpack that baggage because it is not your sponsor's job to make you believe in you. It's your job to now invest some time in personal development and become a business owner. All right. A business owner, not like the ghetto shop. All right. Now we got to make sure that we beware of analysis paralysis. Beware. Here's the deal. There's a lot of people that come in and they think that they've got to understand everything. I don't understand why a car drives. I don't understand why I turn the key. I don't understand where the gas goes in the car, but I will drive the car. Help me understand why, if you don't understand how the car runs, you don't understand exactly what's happening when that baby is forming inside of you. You don't understand how the oven is working, the microwave works, the light switch turns on. How do you even understand how you're breathing air right now? If we don't have to understand why this chair is holding my weight right now. then why do I have to scientifically dissect why I got to write the list? Why I got to have many people on the list? Why I got to have, because it works. We know if you turn the key, if you keep oil in your car, if you keep gas in your car, we know that it works. If you flick the light switch, we know that the light is going to come on. We're telling you right now, if you don't trust the process and to be sure to let go of all of those past failures, you will not have success. Can we drop a boom in the chat? Can we drop a boom, chickadee boom, boom in the chat? All right, let's go. A lot of money. Can we? I'll be getting to this money. Everybody, now we're going to walk. I'm walking. All right, because I got some time today. Let's walk through this money. Now, how big is the actual market of network marketing? Health and wellness, rather. Health and wellness, actually now, you guys, it's like a 4.5. We did the research, and the industry has increased. $4.5 trillion industry and still growing. So if it is a $4.5 trillion industry and still growing, do you not believe that we can't find two people who want to lose 5 to 100 pounds? That's right. And here's the deal. Not everybody that looks like that want to lose weight is not overweight. Some people are small and want to stay small. So now how do we get paid? We get paid 5. Everybody type the word 5 in the chat. We get paid 5 different ways. Unlike your job that pays you one way, and you're either on salary. Wait a minute. Let me stay right here. Don't. If you're on salary, many times, Aunt Roz, right? If a person is on salary, many times, Samikia, they're doing more work than what they're getting paid for on salary. And if you're paid hourly, then you're still only earning income based on what the company says designed for that position to pay out. With network marketing, Van Thomas, you get paid for your work ethic. Nothing in, nothing out. Nothing in, nothing out. Put something in, you're going to get something out. All right, let's go. Now let's talk about the first way that we earn income, and we're going to walk through this. This is the portion of the compensation plan that pays you up front early in the beginning to put money in your pocket, right? Quickly. Let's get some money in your pocket. Whether you've got products on hand, which equal cash on demand, you will start out like that. Yes, we want to make sure you get a quick win. You send someone to your website, perhaps. You're going to earn $25 when they purchase a product. This is why, I'm going to tell you something. This is major because in my former company, and this is not to bash that company, I'm only talking about the differences in the compensation plan. In my former company, we got paid like $1 for customers ordering, $2. And if you had to move, we had the ability to move customers around. We did have that ability, right, Lisa? If we move the customers around and you had to move them at level 6 or like below level 6, you didn't even get paid off of them at all, right? And so you got to understand, jobs are teaching us perform and get paid. Over here in Tava, with this platform, with the way that our compensation plan is designed, it is designed to pay you for your work ethic. I have a question before we go to the next slide, because this is pretty self-explanatory, right? But what if, I watch people drag themselves into work, Lisa. Yeah, she said, wait a minute, what? Yes, we did not get paid for customers that we moved under level 6. They disappeared, okay? But what if I've watched people go to work, they dragging themselves in, half dying, sick, right? Sick. They'll go in, their grandmom died, their mama died, and I'm not trying to be smart, right? But they still go to work. They still show up. What if, truly, Andrea, what if we gave our businesses 1 year of concerted, concentrated effort, 1 year without any excuses, without, I'm mad at my sponsor. I don't believe she did what she did. I don't believe he did what he did. I don't believe he did I don't believe she said that to me. I don't believe that ain't nobody out there. What if You gave away the excuses. And for 1 year, you stopped taking a week off, a month off, 3 months off. What would happen to your business if you stopped allowing your husband to get on your nerves? You still go to work when your husband get on your nerves. You still go to work when your wife get on your nerves. And you still go to work when your kids get on your nerves. You still go to work. It is called life. What would happen to your business if you stop making excuses and you started to realize that this is a viable business and you decide, you know what, I'm gonna go hard for this 1 year. Let me tell you what happened in 1 year of my business here in Tava. We went hard and we're still going hard. In 1 year, Paul and I earned double what we earned in the 2 years we were at our former company. I'm not stuck. I'm not stuck. You'd have a whole lot of ring earners and you'd be one too. You'd stop making excuses. And who moved that's right. It's called life. I'm not saying life is not going to happen, but I'm going to tell you something. You know, when you want to earn that big money, let me tell you what people are looking at, how you bounce back. They're looking at what you do when life is happening. And when you're wondering why ain't nobody calling your phone and nobody's working and nobody's this and nobody's that, and I don't know why you know why? It's because they're watching you. And the body follows the head. So if you want your team to produce in a different kind of way, as a leader, you produce in a different kind of way. Oh, next. All right, so our second way to be earned income, I'm sorry, I had to stick that in, is the quick start bonus. You can go ahead and make that big because this is important, right? Go ahead and make that bigger, right? Thank you so much, Dory, right? Now look at this, y'all. We earn income. See, in my former company, Yolanda, Tedra, in my former company, I'm going to tell you right now, we didn't get paid for introducing people to the company. When we signed up, I signed up over 300 people in my former company. I signed up over 300 people in my former company, Letris. Ebony Henderson, I signed up over 300 people in my former company, and I did not earn not one dime for signing them up. Here in Tava, when you sign someone, she said that is dead. Lisa Horsley, over 300 people. Here, when you look at the difference in when you enroll a person to the business, you're going to earn anywhere from $30 to $450. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you have got to understand. And then they had to get customers before we could earn anything off of them. Ladies and gentlemen, all you got to do is introduce someone to the information by following the system that we placed before you as to how to invite those people to the information, whether it be the 10-minute video in the app. Did you know that there's a 10-minute video in the app? I'm certain that you did because you downloaded the Tava Connect app as you were suggested when you joined. Did you know that there's a call that your team might have at least once a week? Did you know that there's corporate calls Monday and Wednesday? Did you know that if you get your mind out of the way that you'd actually have some people? If you don't have faith, cool, borrow mine. Borrow Ebony Henderson's. Borrow Lisa's, Adisa's, Bridget, Tammy Durden, Clavon Browning, Tony Fleming, Lisa Horsley, TK Walker. All right, Janella Simpson. She said, you're going to make me cuss. So I'm just here to tell you that $30 to $450 by getting someone in front of the information, and then we're doing the heavy lifting. You don't have to do anything but invite. But because you make a decision that these people are not going to want to hear this, well, I mean, they're going to be like, well, I mean, I'm sure that, you doing something else again. Now, this is where it's going to get. Let me tell y'all, everybody say rich. Say the word rich. Type the word rich. Listen, okay? So that fast start money can be the money that you pay your bills with and all of that, right? Until your residual, everybody's typing residual. Rich residual. This is where, that's right. Rich, right? With the tongue out. I see you. TK said rich, right? This is where you can get rich. I mean, that thing just put it sent a tingling down my body. All right, rich Because I made a decision, y'all. I'm never, ever, ever going to be broke another day of my life. And I am here to declare and decree. I'm speaking to every single one of you that you deserve to be rich, Sansaria. You deserve to be rich, Vanessa. You deserve to be rich, Pastor Sean. You deserve to be rich, Nona, right? You deserve to be rich, Bonita, Avella, Jerome, Susan, Channing. But we got to do the work. So now in the binary pay, binary simply means two. That is it, you guys. We're building a right leg and we're building a left leg. And I will tell you that I've spoken with all of my team this month. Everyone on our team has committed to getting binary qualified all over again, meaning they're not just putting people on their pay leg. No, on their community leg. We're building two legs of business. We're building two legs of business. I need everybody to hear what I just said. You gotta give back to the community leg with a real person, with a real heart, with a real voice. Some of y'all ain't got no business worrying about, are you gonna be binary qualified? Because you put a fake person on the business leg, a fake person on the community leg, a fake person, because you want to make sure that you have all your volume on the other leg that you get paid off of. And you know what? That's selfish building. That is selfish building. Because if you don't desire to put a real person on the other side at any time of your business, them things can flip. And then you're going to be like, oh my gosh. You got to understand that although you might not be getting paid binary check match, no, go back. I'm not ready for the check match. We're going to live at that binary pay. We got to really, next one, binary pay. Not check match. You know what? There's something wrong with this presentation. That's right. It was missing. All right, go back to the check match. Let's imagine that says binary pay. It is missing, Dory. I remember when they gave me the presentation, it was missing. Stay right there. It's okay. Before the check match, you guys, there's a binary pay. So everyone on our team has committed to getting binary qualified all over again, meaning you put a real person on your right and a real person on your left all over again, because you will earn check match on both of those people. But you cannot say, I'm going to just put a person, let me just put a person over there on that side is strong. I don't need to put nobody over there. So that means that you're not even hoping or wishing or wanting to be a team player, and you don't want to now invest in putting someone on the other side to help all of those other people that are helping your leg get bigger and bigger and bigger, so that you don't have to work that so hard on that side. We have got to get out of that mentality, that gimme mentality. And this is the month. I've already done it. You can ask my husband. You can ask my team. I've already done it. I've already gotten binary qualified. Okay? Because you got to put a new person on your right and a new person. Not let me go get somebody active that's not active, and then that's going to get me binary. No. Two new people, one on your right and one on your left. And I've already done that more than one time this month. All right. Because we got to put two real people to get binary qualified all over again. What does that mean? It doesn't matter that you see people coming down either side of you. They're not yours. If you did not personally sponsor those two people, and if you're not binary qualified, you guys, you're missing out on a whole lot of money. You're missing out on a whole lot of money. So with the binary pay, not the check match, with the binary pay, it's not your fault, Dory, it's not there. The binary pay, we're going to earn 10 to 25% of the weaker legs volume. Okay? 10 to 25% of the weaker leg volume. This stream of income will max out at $50,000. Now, I'm going to tell y'all right now, binary qualified, I talk about it. It's called like getting to the barbecue, because when you get to the barbecue, everybody eats. If you're not binary qualified, that means you've not written the list. If you're not binary qualified, that means that you have not launched your business. If you're not binary qualified, it is because you are making decisions for people. If you're not, get out of your own way. Stop waiting for, and I've gotten people that will say, we work together as a team. I am here to tell you, it doesn't matter who's giving you the information, as long as the information that we all need to move the team ahead together. Now, I'm going to tell you something. When you look at this structure, right? When you look at this structure, I want you to hear this. When you look at this structure, you got to understand the military, they move together in sync, in rhythm, in sync, in rhythm. And what conference was supposed to do for all of us, you guys, is get us in sync, in rhythm, in sync. Left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left. It was supposed to get us in sync so that now, as Tava Nation, we move together. Left, 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 right, left. And if we put our heads down and we really understand that the key to moving forward is getting binary qualified, it opens up the floodgate. Money is a currency. It's a rhythm behind what we do. You know how Janet Jackson said Rhythm Nation? Well, I'm talking about rhythm of flow to your money. Stop worrying about what somebody done said, how somebody made you, they done made you mad. We're all human. We're all human. Block it out. Block it out and go get your money. Now, once you get binary qualified, the U+2 movement, right? Once you get binary qualified, which is what people need to understand, not only did you hear when it comes to travel, like the travel industry, right? They're not earning 50% check match. They're not earning 50% check match in the travel deals, right? You got people that got to pay monthly subscriptions. And now we're talking about the fact that, wait a minute, check match? So now let's just say I enroll Jim and Jim, okay? I have enrolled Jim and Jim. These are my first generation. These are my first generation. This is me, this is my color, and this is Jim and Jim. Off of my first generation, they get there too. It's the U+2 movement. They get there too. Now I'm earning 50% check match off my first generation, Truly Andrea, and then off of the people that the two that they got, 10 to 50% off of the second generation. Let me tell you something. I enrolled the two people, right? What generation is greater? Your second generation is greater. Your first generation is not the greatest. Your second generation is the greatest. So it would behoove you to go and work with levels 4, 5, 4, 3. Right? Go down to level 5, 4, 3. Because if you can help work with level 5, 4, and 3, guess what's going to happen? By default, level 2, where you get 10 to 50% check match off of them and 50% check match off of level 1. And guess what? Even if you didn't personally sponsor somebody, but if you see people in your lineage, why would you not go and help work with them? And leaders, we got to get ourselves out of the way. I'm going to tell y'all something. I find people in my team that have a personality that matches someone else's personality, because guess what? My personality doesn't match everybody else's personality. And you've got to be wise enough as a leader to know if my personality don't really gel well with that person's personality, I don't want to damage them. And because I don't want to damage that person, let me find someone who may work better with that person. The goal, the common goal is for everybody to eat. When we can move our ego out the way, Nessa Ann, the first step to needing help is to go through training. The first step to needing help is to make sure you've written your list. You cannot get any help until after you do the first part. So we like to match personalities. We like to match people who live in the same area, and we match them together. We match them together because ultimately, at the end of the day, everybody will eat. And leaders, you do not have to get your egos out the way, because if you're upset that these people mesh back, at the end of the day, your check gonna go up. Your check gonna go up. But here's the deal. I don't mind if now here's the deal. But if you see that they're working with someone else and now they've done no work, now there's no volume happening, there's no work, then you might have to question it. Because the common goal is here's the deal. Here's the deal. You got to understand what you want in your business as well. Because if you want long-term residual income, you can't stay stuck in the first part of the compensation plan. If you want a check, you cannot stay stuck in the first portion of the compensation plan. If you want to earn and amass great income in network marketing and have a long-term passive residual income, guess what you've got to do? You've got to move to level 3 and 4 in the compensation plan. You have got to build. The bigger money is in building. And what happens with rank is you earn more income. The percentage of what you earn in the binary increases when you earn more income, when you rank up. So the difference between 10% at director, 12%, 15%, right, in the executives is understanding exactly 20% at diamond. Come on, somebody. So 10%, do I want to stay at 10% when I can earn 20%? So if you see now that your numbers have gone back, then you might need to check out of what you're doing, right? Because you got to understand, why would I want to settle for 10% when I can earn 20%? Why would I want to settle for 10% off my second generation when I can earn 50%? You got to understand, get yourselves out of the way. And honestly, you're doing your teams more of a disservice when you won't allow that. What does that even? First of all, y'all grown. Y'all better go find what you need to move your business forward. Seriously, because there's no feelings in finance. And if you're finding that you're stuck at a place, that somebody's stuck at a place, and they're not advancing in this compensation plan, that's where the money is, in advancing in the compensation plan. Okay, you guys? So if you're stuck, you go get what you need so that you can move your business forward. Move your business forward. Meaning, that means that you might have to go back to the beginning and write the list. If you are not having success right now, that could possibly mean you have not written the list. If you're not having success right now, it could mean that you have not written the list with the memory jogger. You have not. If you are not having success right now, it could mean that you have not launched your business. If you're not having success right now, it could mean you in your feelings. If you are not having success right now, it could mean that you need to borrow someone else's faith and belief until you have some of your own. But ain't no way coming out of conference, you are not in a 90-day run. Ain't no way. Our 90-day run began on March the 1st, before conference, because we knew what we had to do coming out of conference. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to keep on creating your list over and over and over and over again. You have to keep adding to your list. All right. And if you just getting started, you ain't stuck. You haven't gotten started. If you're just getting started, there ain't no thing as being stuck and you just getting started. What it means is that you refuse to apply the system. Now, here's the thing. She said, pass the collection plate, and I will take it too. Pass it on over here. Y'all know I'm gonna put it back in my binary, right? So listen to the deal. Here's the deal. We're coming to Philadelphia next week. We're in Atlanta tomorrow, right? How many trainings do we provide? How many times are you present? Are you physically present for the events, for the things that are happening? You know what happens at those events? You know what happens with those events? It builds your belief. You know what happens when you get into the rooms? It builds your belief. So now we're going to move to the final way that we earn income in our compensation plan, and that is through the CAR program. Now, there's a little typo glitch. It's not $7,000 to $2,500. You're going to earn $1,000 to $2,500. $1,000 to $2,500. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. Yeah, Revival is coming to Philly. Revival is coming to Atlanta, right? Revival is coming to places all over the world as we are we're locking your spot. We're in a lock your spot campaign all over the world. Do you understand that there's no company that has paid out $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, $2,500 in a CAR program? I've never seen a company, you guys, pay out more than $700 a month for the car program. I've never seen it happen anywhere, ever. Tava pays that Porsche car note every single month. That week, that's right. You have to qualify diamond and above. But there's no company that does that. That you need to start. Some of y'all need to go test drive a Porsche. Some of you need to go and test drive a Tesla. You need to go and do it. Our team is on a home party mission. Our team is getting back in the rooms. Our team is, because if you want to, now here's the deal. If you want to make sure that the big room, when Tava does its tour, right? If you want to make sure that the big rooms are full, start having some home parties. Start having some smaller parties in every city. Stop waiting for someone to come your way. Stop waiting for somebody. You can push play. Sean Bell, he did a presentation the other night. You know what he did? He put up my video and pushed play at the meeting. Talked about the products. You don't have to know a whole lot. Go test drive your car. So home parties, one-on-ones, two-on-ones, sit at Starbucks. How much does, I don't even like this question. You can go ahead. How much does it cost? How much does it cost to get started? How much is it going to cost if you don't get started? I want you to stay right there. Nope, go back. I'm going to go back to that. Franchises. See, it cost me $20,000, Dory Ray, to open up my salon. $20,000, TK. Let me tell y'all something. I never recouped that money. Never, Ebony Henderson. Never recouped that money, Tedra. Jennifer Wilson, I never recouped that money. They should be having parties in Detroit everywhere. Flint, Michigan, everywhere. Chicago, Indiana. Come on, y'all. Tennessee, Atlanta, Florida. Where y'all at? But $20,000, bring your guests too. Don't come alone. $20,000, I never recoup my money. McDonald's, for all of these, you got to have good credit to open up a franchise. How much to start your franchise with Tava Verse, Tava Worldwide, Tava Fit? Anywhere from $1,200, $100 to $1,200. You guys, you get in where you fit in. Anywhere in the travel world, in Tava world, $100, $300, $500. Now, the $500 pack, Panya Dotson, will help you earn 20% in the binary. The $1,200 pack in the fitness will help you earn 20% in the binary. Ladies and gentlemen, hello, ladies and gentlemen, you go for that pack. For 60 days, you're able to earn 20% in the binary. You're probably thinking, well, I don't know. Well, what difference does that make? It makes a lot of difference, Tequila, right? We're talking about 10% versus 20% off of your binary. And if you coming in with a mindset to build, there's no reason why today, with all of the marathon calls that we're going to have from 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock, that you're not going to get binary qualified, because you should have somebody on that call every single hour on the hour. You don't know what kind of story. We got a comeback kid that is here now, back with us, Miss Janella Simpson, right? The comeback queen who's back. Somebody needs to know that they can come back from a setback. Come on, somebody, right? We've got Miss TK Walker, who tells her story about sleeping in the car with her girls. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? What other young lady needs to hear that story? What other young mom needs to hear that story? Hello, you got the girl from the hood who was 300 pounds. Let me remind y'all. Let me remind y'all of my story. See, you looking at what I'm looking like right now. You don't remember what it came from. Who had a 300 credit score? Who wanted to take her life? That's right. Who been through a divorce? Those are the stories you got to sell today. And we should pack those calls out, because there's no reason why you can't get some people on a call today. They say, well, I can't make a call at 8 o'clock. Okay, but there's a 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. I mean, you got gentlemen that are going to be giving the presentation today. What man do you need to get on the calls to hear the stories from another man? Paul and I are going to be talking. I retired myself because of this profession. I retired my husband because of Tava. Are you kidding me right now? You can't go find 2 people to listen in? Everybody can't get binary qualified today? No, that's because you got blockage. You've got blockage. And you're waiting for somebody to come save you. And no one's going to save you. This comp plan is going to save you. Look at the packages. Look at the value. look at the value that you're going to get. Next slide. Next slide, please. Right? Look at the value. Now, I don't know another company, you guys, who allows us to sizzle our way to success. Lisa Horsley, sizzle our way to success. Sizzle our way to success. Do you know another company that allows you to buy now, pay later? Be your own hero. That's right. And you sizzle your way to success. Meaning if you're watching this presentation right now, get back to the person that invited you to look at this information and ask number one for their sizzle link. You're saying, I'm broke. I don't have any money. I can't do this, but you might be able to get started with Sezzle by only needing 25% down today. Unblock your ego, unblock your fear, unblock your doubt, unblock, ladies and gentlemen, your guilt for you believing that maybe you should be somewhere else farther in life. Because I have some questions for you today. If not this, what you gonna do? What else are you gonna do that doesn't require you to have a degree? What else are you going to do that might require you to have a car to get? See, in Georgia, there's bus. You ain't getting on no bus to get to work. Not in Georgia. Not in Georgia. So you got to unblock some things, right? Unblock your unbelief. Unblock it. Unblock it. Unblock those things right now because you deserve to win. And not only do you deserve to win, Ronald Lott, you deserve to win big. You deserve. So you got to unlearn. Sorry, y'all. You got to unlearn some things. And you're going to sizzle your way back to success. Don't you think that we're going to think anything of you if you need to sizzle your way to success? That is why Tava leaders went above and beyond to make sure that you could at least start your business using Sezzle. You will not have another payment for 2 weeks. If you follow the system, we can show you. We can show you how to get started with Sezzle and show you how to make some money right away, but you got to plug in. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. If I didn't have a cord to my cell phone and I just decided to join Tava and then leave my phone sitting somewhere, it would die. Some of you have died already. You're joined and you've done nothing. Oh, I missed that. I'm sorry. I missed that call because I was asleep. You going to sleep on what you need? Ladies and gentlemen, we have an opportunity right now to use this compensation plan. Even playing field. Even playing field. Where this compensation plan can take you from the pit to the palace. Whether you start off with your customer profits and or retail profits by having products on hand. Start that way. That's fine. But you got to understand, you got to go to the next level. Now you got to introduce 2 people. Now you're going to start earning some quick start bonus, some fast start bonus, some referral bonus. All right. Then you're going to teach those 2 people to do the same thing because everybody should be getting binary qualified today and tomorrow. Right? Before travel, for our big launch, we got some surprises for you on Monday, right? Before our big launch. But sizzle your way to success. Sizzle your way out of the pit into the palace. Sizzle your way. Because I'm going to tell y'all something right now. I'm going to be shouting from the rooftops, from the mountaintops, that Tava is here, baby, and we are up next now. If you know that we are up next now, type next and now in the chat. Now, if you got some questions about the comp plan, drop your questions in the chat because it is duplication that's going to take you to the top. It's not just about what you do. It's not just about enrolling business partners. It's about making sure now that you share with your 2. All right, now we got to get your 2 because now you want to make sure you're driving depth and duplication. Depth, D-E-P-T-H. I know I'm probably not saying it right. Depth and duplication. But Tava is up next and now. And we're going to unite as one. We're going to march like one. We're going to come on, y'all. We're going to recruit like one. We are Tava Strong. I don't know about y'all, but I am Tava Strong. We are Tava Strong. You are Tava Strong. And we're up next. And you know what? I'm here not to just make the Lloyds proud. But we're going to make the Lloyds proud, Sharita Leon, right? I'm here to make my kids proud. I am here. And you know what? We got to stop now allowing our why to be our why not. Didn't you say you want to do this for your kids and now you're not doing it? Didn't you say you want to do this because you're tired of being broke? You're tired of struggling? You're tired of living paycheck to paycheck? But we are next and now. And now it means that we move together at one. We march together at one. We get rid of those idiosyncrasies. We get rid of, okay? With my flaws, y'all gonna love me with my flaws and all, because I'm gonna love you and ain't nothing you can do about it. So now you got to make the choice. You're either going to become a customer plus, get in the system as a customer so that you can take advantage of our wholesale pricing. That's right. You sign up to be a distributor. Maybe you don't want to work the business, but you still need the wholesale pricing. I like to call that the Customer Plus program. All right, you guys, the Customer Plus program. Now, or you're going to become a distributor to actually physically work the business side. You understand that you want the tax write-offs. You understand that you want an additional stream of income, right? That you are going to spend time growing and nurturing and developing. Ladies and gentlemen, we are one. And together we rise. Together we shine. Together we, come on. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Don't come for my peoples, right? My Tava family. Because we got y'all backs. So Customer Plus people, get back to the person that invited you to look at this information and get in the system as our Customer Plus, right? That means that you get all the benefits of a distributor, but you just want to use the products, right? But you get all the benefits of a distributor. Get in the system, all right? Now, secondly, or become a Tava brand ambassador, right? Where you can purchase products wholesale, but you can also put yourself in position to earn income. Our Customer Plus people, you'll be locking a spot. So if you ever decide that you would like to earn some residual income, if you ever decide that you want to share this information with a few people, then you will already be in position to earn some income because you'll be locking your spot. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't see any questions. I see a lot of excitement. I hope that you are all beginning to understand this compensation plan a little bit more. I think you can go to the next slide. Go to the next slide. We understand the baseball diamond. We've taught on that. It is the power. Keep going. Now, wait. Go back. One slide. Right there. Boom. Everyone, please go to TavaUniversity.com and print out your Compass to Success. The reason why you need, now I don't want you to do it, you need to print out this Compass to Success because you have to understand that when you finish this one chart, meaning you put your name at the top and then you put your two right and left, and then you make sure now your two get there too. When you're finished this one chart right here, ladies and gentlemen, Chris, when you finish this chart right here, Monique, I see you, Monique. When you finish this chart, Misha, you're a supervisor. Stephanie Scott, the person is a supervisor. Everyone that joins should print this chart out. Print it out for yourself, Ronald Lott, so that everyone should be saying, I need to finish this one page. By the time you finish like 2 or 3 of these charts, you're going to find yourself at executive. Ladies and gentlemen, you need a roadmap, a guide. See, when we were in our former company, we had these charts and we would chart our way out to the ranks. Chart your way out. If you finish, print this out and fill your chart out all over again. Ain't no reason why we shouldn't be going supervisor throughout the weekend if you're not at supervisor, because you need to understand that we're doing calls all weekend long up until Monday night. By Monday night, you guys, everyone who is not a supervisor should be supervisor by Monday night after the call at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, finish your chart and you will advance. Charting works because you need to see your way. Everybody ought to have, I have charts printed out. If you don't believe me, see, I'm a business. I'm not going to tell, now there's another color, right? But I have charts printed out. Chart your way to success. Next, please. Next slide, please. I'm going to help y'all make this money. Now, becoming binary qualified, I told you, just means that you're introducing 2 people, even if they sign up with a $100 pack. Get them in, you guys. But here's the deal. Get them on a smart ship. Ladies and gentlemen, stop enrolling people and not making sure that they're not on a product. Because here's the deal. Let me give you these numbers. Paige, there's a notebook in mommy's book bag right there. Pass me my book. Pass my notebook. Paige, pass mommy her notebook out of her book bag. Pass my notebook. In order for, you can go to the next slide. In order for you to go diamond, I need you all to write this down, right? Maximizing the plan. Yes, we can take this chart off. Now I want to just talk to y'all. 5 minutes. 5 minutes and I'm done. Give me my notebook. Yep, that one. Give me that. Go ahead. Now let's talk. Yep, just me. Take it all off. Now listen. Y'all want to know the numbers? Here go the numbers. You want to advance and rank? Would you like to know what it takes to advance and rank? I'm about to show you. Y'all ready? Write this down. If you want to go supervisor, and you teach people to use 3 products on a 120 volume smart chip, you approximately need about 4 people on each side to go supervisor. Supervisor is 500 volume on your right, 500 volume on your left. I am getting ready to show y'all. I'm about to give you the good goods, okay? Because sometimes people need to know the number. If you don't know these numbers, you're losing already. Now, in order for you to go, where's the chart you had at conference? Oh, yeah, Dory, the chart that we got at conference, the power of 2, we can bring that up in 1 second. Now, director, you guys, is 2,000 volume on your right. Write this down, 2,000 volume on your left, okay? You need like 17 people on your right, 17 people on your left, running a 120 volume smart chip to maintain director, not just hit director, but maintain director. Now, I will say this. Yes, you can retail your way to supervisor, director, director 2. Some, if you're real good, like TK, Tiana, you can even do it all the way up to executive, 10,000. But you just bought yourself another job. We see TK and I, Tiana, all of us, we retail. It don't even take effort from us because we've been retailing for so long that it just comes naturally. People naturally come to us. We're trying to teach you how to do this and maintain it. Hit it and maintain it. When you go director, you open up your check match. Go director, 2,000 volume on your right, 2,000 volume on your left, 17 people on a 120 volume smart chip, three products. Now listen to this, Anita Christian. Let's just say you don't want people on 120, which I don't know why you wouldn't want them on 3 products, but not everybody's going to want to use 3 products. If you decide to put them on 2 products, you're going to need 25 people. There's the difference. For director, you will need 25 people on your right and 25 people on your left running an 80 volume smart chip to maintain director every single month. For supervisor, instead of 4 people, you will need 7 people on an 80 volume smart chip. So the problem is you're not getting people on a smart chip. Okay. Now, in order to go director 2, that's 5,000 volume on the right, 5,000, I'm watching my time, 5,000 volume on the left. You need 42 people on your right and your left running a 120 volume smart chip. 42 at 120 volume. For director 2, if you decide to go 80 volume, you will need 63 people. You tell me what you would prefer, 42 or 63. What would you rather have? All right, director 2. Executive director, y'all write these numbers down. Executive director is 10,000 volume on your right, 10,000 volume on your left. All right, in order for you to maintain, to reach executive and maintain, you need not just, listen, not personally sponsored. They do not have to be personally sponsored. You're teaching 2 to get 2, teaching those to get 2. We're going to bring up the slide as soon as I'm done these numbers. Executive, you need 83.3, somewhere 83 people. This is not including fast starts. This is not including orders because we're all ordering product anyway, right? If you got 83 people on a 120 volume smart chip, you will maintain executive on your right and on your left. Know your numbers. If you decide to go 80 volume with just 2 products, you need 125 people. Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer 83.3 people on 120 or do you prefer 125 people on an 80 volume smart chip? Okay. Now, Cherie de Leon, executive 2 is 25,000 volume on your right, 25,000 volume on your left. Ladies and gentlemen, what would you prefer? Remember, this is a team effort, not just you. 208.3 people on a 120 volume smart ship, 208 people. Okay? Or you want to go 120, you want to go 80 volume because you're scared to tell people to use 3 products. Well, then you're going to need 312.5 people on an 80 volume smart ship to maintain executive director 2. See, y'all looking at this business, y'all trying to sell tea. I'm selling dreams. I'm trying to help you take them dreams off the shelf. I'm trying to tell you that we can go get a bunch of customer plus people to utilize these products, right? The products work. They're not on trial. So if we can get 312 people on an 80 volume smart chip or 208 people on a 120 volume smart chip, you are executive 2, baby. Executive 2, 15% in the binary. Okay? Now, diamond, 50,000 volume on your right, 50,000 volume on your left. Some of you are very fortunate. A leg is probably already done for you. So you mean to tell me if the gift of a leg being done for you on one side, you're not going to go work the other side? You're not going to go on the other side? I'm not selling tea. I'm not stuck. I'm not selling tea, although I'm selling tea, but I'm not selling tea. Listen, 50,000 volume requires 417 smart chips running on your right, 417 volumes, 417 smart chips at 120 running on your left, and you a diamond every single month. You're a diamond every single month. Stop allowing your leaders to tell y'all don't run no smart. No, run your smart chip. All right. It's the lifeline to your business. It is your business requirement as a business owner. Right now, if you decide to go 80 volume, 417 turns into 625 people. You do the math. Which one would you prefer? 625 on 80 volume, or would you prefer 417? 417 people on a 120 volume smart chip, and you're a diamond every single month. Double diamond, you guys. I'm gonna stop at double diamond because y'all can't even. I'm gonna stop at double diamond. Double diamond, 833 people. That's it. That's it, you guys, on a 120 smart chip. Or 1,250 people on an 80 volume smart chip. Y'all tell me which one makes more sense. Y'all tell me what makes more. Smart chip gonna run. You guys, y'all tell me what make more sense. Double diamond, you want 833 or you want 1,250 people at 80 volume. So Dory, if you could just put up that chart so we can see that 2 get 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 2, 2 get 2 get 2, boom. That you can have a residual income, whether you want to do this in weeks or whether you want to do this in months. Now remember, the numbers that you see, you got to give it to the following month before all those smart chips start running. But you can get yourself to $50,000 a week. $50,000 a week. Look at the chart. This is one stream of income. We want you to understand this is one stream of income. Double diamonds need 833 smart chips or 1,250. 833 at 120 or 1,250 at 80 volume. This chart is my life. This chart, TK, it's about to make me cry, is hanging on my bathroom wall. I'm sorry, we do have to, we'll update this, okay? But y'all get it. Y'all get the premise of it. This chart does have to be updated some, but y'all get it. This chart is hanging on my bathroom wall. I printed it out. It is on my bathroom wall. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to know why it's on my bathroom wall? Because I want to see these numbers every single day of my life to expand my brain. All right. So I love you guys. I hope that this has been helpful. I really want you all to understand that the money is in the comp plan, but we got to work the comp plan. And for all of you who are not binary qualified, please get re-binary qualified, but don't just look at people as a fast start. You have got to drive duplicate. Mr. Fleming.
Yeah. Your batteries got to be running down.
It's not. I'm ready for some more.
You ready for another one?
Well, did we do okay, Mr. Fleming?
Yeah, good. We good.
All right. Well, I don't see any questions. I mean, I must have answered all the questions that people might have had.
They'll come up with some later, but we good. We're gonna go and wrap it up now, and so that we can get ready for the 1 p.m. Eastern.
Oh,
What happened? We gone. We out of here. Talk to you later.
we out. See y'all at 1.
Bye.
Come with me, we'll talk, but no places too far. Come with me, we'll talk, but no places too far to go. We can take you around the world. Come with me, we'll talk, but no places too far to go. New places, new faces, yeah, new zip codes. New money, NFTs and plus crypto. Don't need care cash no more. Digital currency on me. Overseas we back and forth. Round trips all aboard, baby. There's room at the top. We'll save a spot for you. Can't no one limit us, so you should come with me. We'll talk, but no places too far. Come with me. We'll talk, but no places too far to go. We can take you around